All right, hello. My name is Rbateman. This is for SPD 590, the class that correlates with my student teaching. My professor's name is Dr. Diaz, and I'm here to speak a little bit about my teaching philosophy. So, in terms of development, I have to say that it hasn't developed all that much, and that stems from the past 2 decades of experience I've spent with high schoolers as a coach, as an on campus security guard, and a substitute teacher over the past couple of years. I believe in engaging the students and creating substantial relationships, and I think that has to come first before any type of content can really be delivered. There needs to be a relationship there. So philosophically, I believe in engineering engagement techniques, and one of my favorite techniques, and one that I'm currently utilizing right now, is every day to start the period we spend about 5 minutes just as checking in with the students. How are you guys doing? Following up with things that they may have said in the days prior, remembering their birthdays, asking how their weekend was. And the cool part is they are now engaging me. They almost play a game with each other, who can engage me first and follow up with my day, with my weekend. How's my family doing? How's my newborn doing? So it's really turned into a really cool environment, and it really parlays itself into a very strong and engaging learning environment once we get to the actual content of the course. In terms of utilizing technology, I work at Sunny Hills High School in Fullerton, California, and that's in Southern California, Orange County to be specific. And we are fortunate to have what we call View Smart boards, which is basically a huge screen, touch screen, computer monitor that we can roll about the classroom. But I often, my lesson plan, the daily itinerary, is on their Google Classrooms, which each student has. And it's there displayed. I can touch through it and utilize different videos, different games like Kahoots or Ed Puzzles. And I really utilize that pretty heavily in my lectures and delivery methods in terms of the contents. Each student, like I said, has a one-to-one Chromebook ratio. So they have the capability to work in their Chromebook, but I typically give them the option to work digitally as they follow along, or I ask that they just engage with me in the lecture and do more question-answer based types of learning. So I do my best to try and provide as many different forms of delivery that I can. And so far, it's working pretty well. There's also a couple students that prefer to work on paper, so I'll typically give them handouts of the digital content. They can follow along that way. But in terms of learning environment, the aspect of having a Chromebook in class at home, having internet available to them, having Google Classroom where all our stuff is homed, I think it really helps them stay up to date with the content, and it also allows them to go back and review in terms of studying for assessments and things like that. Huge proponent of the Grand Canyon Christian worldview. I think one of my biggest philosophies is we got to have empathy when approaching students of various learning styles, and I believe that my teaching style corroborates that through engagement, through in building those personal relationships. And having a relationship with the class as a whole in terms of professionalism and teacher to student relationships. My goal is to help them flourish. Obviously, I want to teach them the content areas and help them along with the information that we're providing in an academic sense. However, I do my best to invest in them as people. What are their extracurriculars? What are their enjoyments outside of school? I have 2 students who like to skateboard, and we talk about that often. I know nothing about skateboarding, but I'm learning. I try to stay up to date with current events, with my skateboarders, with my artists, with my athletes, and I try to ask them questions and get information based on relevant events and activities. So for me, it's all about showing up to work every day, being professional, offering quality content, doing it in an ethical fashion, right? Exuding professionalism in that sense, but really engaging in the people, in the person, rather than just the student. I feel like my students genuinely enjoy my class. I feel like they're receiving the information and they're retaining the content, which is really cool. So I'm really excited about this process. I hope this little snippet gives you the information you need about me in terms of a future education specialist. But again, I'm really excited to be here. Thank you for all your help, Dr. Diaz, and look forward to the next project. Thank you.